Hello and welcome to episode 63 of Series 3 of Master League Story Mode. Now I want to keep the momentum from the last episode going. We were doing really well, 3 wins in a row. We were looking absolutely deadly in front of goal, as was Nigel Roberta in particular. We've got Arsenal at home to start us off, and then we've got the second leg against Roma. We did pretty well in the first, but we need to continue that. Let's go and have a look at the teams against Arsenal. Nigel Roberta, as we know, is on a dramatic improvement. So exciting. Love to see a player hitting their stride, especially a young player like him. 76 rated at the moment. He's got great finishing, but it's that explosive power, speed and body control that's made him such a dangerous player. It's the dribbling, really. The dribbling and potentially the physical contact that could be a bit better. But his attacking prowess at 80 means that he's always going to be getting in the right positions. And he's been pretty good alongside Simeone. I've enjoyed that partnership. Roster, unfortunately, won't be playing today. And with Marlon Pack also on a red arrow, it's going to be Albert Rusnak getting his first start. It's going to be interesting to see how he does there, dropping KD back into midfield. I like KD and Loftus-Cheek as a midfield duo. That's got creativity, pace, power. It's got it all. But obviously we love the Albino, N'Golo Kante, Jordan Roster, and he always starts. He's turned into some player. Other than that, with Randall on the bench, I think we start that. And then looks like we could give Dolberg a run today. Maybe bring him on for Simeone. A lot of you wanted to see a bit more of him. I've not played with him yet, so it's going to be interesting to see how he does, given the chance. Arsenal lining up with Olivier Giroud. That's dangerous. Sanchez and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Pace on either side. And Mesut Ozil. What a wizard of a player he is in the centre. So form can be weird in Pro Evo. It can be really weird in Master League. Often you'll have a really good few games, a good run of wins. And then you'll have the carpet pulled out from underneath you by a Crystal Palace or a Watford. Arsenal are sort of a middling team. As I've mentioned in the past, they never quite do as well as they should. I mean, maybe that's realistic, but they generally tend to be mid-table in Master League. Haven't always been sternest of tests, but yeah, we'll see how we get on today. Olivier Giroud could be the danger man for them. So Kieran Dowell dropping deeper today. He's going to look to dictate play in the centre of the park. Lovely turn there away from Olivier Giroud. Now he's on his bike through the centre. Kieran Dowell, no one near him. Loftus-Cheek. Didn't quite make that run very well. Albert Rusnak, his first start today. We'll be expecting a lot from him. Sees the run of KD. Simple pass into Simeone. He's going to look to slip in Nigel Roberta here. Gets away from Mustafi. Nigel Roberta through on goal. And he pokes it home. First touch, first 2, 3, 4 touches of the game for the young Dutchman. And he's off the mark already. He's just looking electric at the moment. And that turn of pace there to beat Shkodran Mustafi into the area. It looked like he was second best the whole way through. Bristol starting very strongly here. Albert Rusnak into Kieran Dowell. This is a cheeky little pass into Simeone. Such a good creator. Giovanni Simeone, good goal scorer. And he's linked up really well with Nigel Roberta. Calls from the fans to see Tammy Abraham starting again. Some questioning Roberta's finishing in the last few games, whether the young man is up to the challenge of competing for the treble with Bristol City. But he's shown there good composure and that incredible pace. And we're off the mark here already. Bellerin lofts it in. This is where we could have some trouble. Olivier Giroud is so good in the air, but that's a strong play. Oh, Rusnak. Great footwork. Probably rather he didn't do that in that sort of position, but he managed to find a way out of the trouble there. And now we'll see him again through the centre. Skipping away. Albert, has it nicked off him. Last second. Now Roberta will spin away. He can poke it into Giovanni Simeone. He's got away from Mustafi. Now oh, dearie me. Dearie me. I think he was so surprised to find himself in a shooting position. Beating Mustafi for fun there. Mustafi just sort of eased off. Didn't go. Oh, is it Koscielny actually? He stepped inside of it. That's an awful finish. Unlike him. And there it is. Amati wins it back from Mesut Ozil, the German. Couldn't handle the aggression. Ball over into Simeone. Hits it with the left foot. Petr Cech flapping wildly. Absolutely nowhere near that. And Simeone makes up for his earlier spoon of a shot. And this time it's a much more difficult finish on his weaker foot. As we said, we wanted to match up Amati and Ozil if we can. Physically, there's just no competition. But that's a great ball from Amati. A Mesut Ozil-like ball from the defensive midfielder. And Simeone profiting. But it took a good finish from there. There's a lot to do. He got over it well. Hit it past Cech with ease. It's a great start here for Bristol. Oh, dearie me. That's a poor ball. That's a very poor ball there from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. You don't often see that. And it's a throw in an advanced position here for Arsenal. Not yet had a shot on goal as far as I'm aware. Sure, they'll be looking to change that. It's the long ball into Olivier Giroud with the overhead kick. Wow. Maybe you're expecting a chest down or a header on. It's the acrobatic. Didn't quite pull that off. Would have been lovely. I wouldn't put it past him. He's got it in his locker. Oh my god, what is that? Oxlade-Chamberlain now into the box after the mistake from Gabriel. Ball into... Oh, you're kidding me. Gabriel with the... Oh, are you actually Gabriel the singer who's blind in one eye and your depth perception is fucked? That must be it. That's the only explanation for that sort of distribution. Olivier Giroud profits then from more errors at the back. It looked like we'd won that back there. Oxlade-Chamberlain slowly making his way in. It looked like Loftus-Cheek just pushes it back into the path of Giroud. And Arsenal have got one back here, and they definitely did not deserve that, the away side. Oh, Nacho Monreal caught out there by Robertha. He's going to look to put this one into Simeone. He'll lay it off to Kieran Dowell, hit it with the right foot. It's cleared well by Mesut Ozil. Now Arsenal look to launch a counter-attack here. Oh, but Loftus-Cheek, aware of the danger, cuts that out. Lovely ball into him there. Now Loftus-Cheek round the corner into Robertha. Looks to turn back inside. Looks for the chip. We know he's got that in his locker. Good take by Petr Cech. Loftus-Cheek again. Every time Sanchez has got anywhere near the ball, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been on him like a rash. He's playing that right-sided central midfield position really well against Alexis Sanchez. Last chance before the end of the half here for Arsenal as Nacho Monreal puts it in. But that will be half-time here at Ashton Gate. And it's 2-1, but it certainly shouldn't be. It should be 2-0. Unbelievable. Just the worst sort of defending from Gabriel. And then basically the entire Bristol back line who folded under the pressure. But still, we're doing well, and I expect another goal in this second half. We might get to see Dolberg as well. I feel like we can hold on to this one. Oh, Rosnak's a mistake. Had time there. Under no pressure. Good tackle on Mesut Ozil. Looks to chip it in. Cut out by El Neni. This is where they're dangerous here. Lovely ball over looking for Ozil. Takes it down away from Becker. Oh, got to get that clear. Got to get that clear there. This is Sanchez. Good ball into Oxlade-Chamberlain. Flicks it into Olivier Giroud. And the Frenchman heads over. Arsenal putting the pressure on here. We've been pissing around really, and we're allowing Arsenal back into this game. They've got absolutely no right to be anywhere close to us so far. So, oh no, mistake from Amati. Good ball in. Mesut Ozil with the header. What are we doing? Get your heads in the fucking game. Right, for God's sake. For God's sakes. I mean, that was an awful ball out from Amati. It's just lackadaisical. And then he brings it forward, but Simeone putting the pressure on, wins it back. Great play from the centre forward, and he'll find Loftus-Cheek out on the right-hand side. He's going to whip a ball in. Looking for Nigel Robertha. Header comes in under a lot of pressure from Lon Koscielny. Could only head wide. Rosnak in tight area there, works his way out. That's his thing. Robertha looks to try and put it into Simeone. It'll find its way through to Rosnak. Monreal with a really good challenge there. Oh, but Rosnak's won it back. Outside of the boot, ball looking for Nigel Robertha. Takes it down, and with the outside of the boot, Nigel Robertha cannot stop scoring. And I cannot stop speaking. Right. No, I can. And I just did. But Nigel Robertha. Oh, that was beautiful. Outside of the boot from both. I think it was Albert Rosnak who won it back there from Xhaka, who wasn't really paying any attention. Outside of the boot ball from Rosnak. Really well taken down. And then it's also the outside of the boot from Nigel Robertha, who grabs his second of the game. So with this game one, it's time to give a few of the players we don't see that much of a bit of a go. Kasper Dolberg will get his first significant minutes for the club, and Adarabioyo comes on. I like Adarabioyo, and for me almost he should be a starter. He's had some problems with form since signing, so we'll give him a go, try and build that up, because physically he is an absolute tank, and we really could probably do with that as an option. Xhaka now. Arsenal looking to strike back. Bellerin, lovely ball back to Xhaka. And now Ozil in a dangerous position. We don't want to let him turn. Don't want to get his head up. Good layoff to Giroud. Magnussen straight through him. Really nice play there. Robertha lays it off into Kasper Dolberg. He's going to try and delay this one. Out to Dowell. Sees the run of Robertha into the box. He'll get away from Mustafi here. Oh, still Nigel Robertha. Oh, couldn't quite get there ahead of Cech, but he was running so strongly again. Monreal forced to play it quickly by the pressure from Nigel Robertha, and then the pressure from Loftus-Cheek again, winning it back with ease from Alexis Sanchez. Rosnak turns. Love that about him. He's got that quick turn to him. Dolberg now. Holds off Koscielny. Great play there from the striker. Flicks it in, looking for Albert Rusnak. That was a nice play from Dolberg. It's interesting. We don't have many players since Fred Friday who've been able to play the hold-up role. But that maybe demonstrated that we could use him for that. And that is full time here, and that's an excellent win to start this episode and continue the great run of form from the last episode. 3-1. Might even have been kind on Arsenal. That first goal was, yeah, we won't speak about that. We'll just consider how great Robertha's goals were and how well he seems to be playing. Arsenal only allowed one shot on target, and that'll be the goal. Robertha grabs man of the match, but both him and Simeone were excellent. Amati was huge, as was Loftus-Cheek. Completely nullified Alexis Sanchez. That is a man-marking job that no one really wants, surely. But he did a very, very good job of it. There we go. Well, we definitely stay top of the table. But United are only 1 point behind us, so it's no slip-ups from us. We have pulled away, 4 points away from Arsenal. Obviously failed to get a result in the last game. But United are there, sniffing away. And Nigel Robertha, as we know, 88 speed. Look at that, 79 finishing. Swerve 60. That could improve. 77 overall rating. He's turning into a lovely little striker, isn't he? So 4 players selected for international duty. That doesn't seem like very many. Considering we are the reigning Premier League champions and we've got some great players. Dowell, obviously, England international. And then it's only Amati, obviously starts for Ghana. Albert Rusnak, who's Slovakian. He's had a call-up. I think he was already in the side, as Magnusson was as well. He's been in the Iceland side for a while. So it's back to the Champions League. As we know, we've got a 3-0 head start over Roma in this match. So, yeah, this should be no more than a formality. Oh, hello. Look at them. I mean, this is insane. Absolutely insane. Loftus-Cheek looks like he's on a dramatic improvement. That's an incredible turn-up for the books. It's a shame it's happening so late with these two, because these two would turn into something very special. The 23-year-old and the 21-year-old. And then we've got Dowell and Simeone both on blue arrows as well. We'll bring in a Darabia also on a blue arrow. Randall's still out for 4 weeks. Rusnak had a great game. I love how good he is in tight situations. He reminds me a lot of Santi Cazorla, and that's how he played in that game. He looked really strong. We've got to keep Simeone and Robertha playing together. We've just got to keep this form going. Jordan Rossiter now. Loftus-Cheek. Started his dramatic improvement today. Can he have a game to match that? Good running from him. Finds Becker. Oh, back into Loftus-Cheek. This is gorgeous. Puts it in for Simeone, and the header's there. And Szczesny couldn't get close to it. And we've started this game, as we finish the last, in great form. And Giovanni Simeone picks up another goal. He's just recently learnt the heading special skill, and he used it there to good effect. It was great work from Loftus-Cheek in the first place, linking up with Becker. He passed it off and then continued his run. Lovely little slip ball in. We know how good Loftus-Cheek is from a crossing position, and Simeone profits. And we're off the mark here. Shaarawy now. Nice ball in there to Mo Salah. Oh, steps away from Magnusson this time. Great ball into Dzeko. Easy take for Gabriel. Strootman into Dzeko. He turns and finds a wide ball to Florenzi. This is much better here from Roma. Dzeko pushes it through to El Shaarawy. Darabia comes across. That's a good finish. That is a good finish from El Shaarawy. And Roma get a goal back. I'm not too concerned, seeing as we have got still a 3-goal lead after our first goal. But it's no good. We didn't really want to be giving away goals. And oh, Loftus-Cheek's giving it away. And that is half-time here. Oh, it's a shame to give a goal away, especially on home turf in the Champions League. But we've got this game in control. I don't think there should be any problems in the second half. Let's get into it. Angelino is having none of that crap from Salah. And that's a great ball to find Simeone. He's got Robertha inside. Looking for options here. Simeone can push this through into Dowell. That's great play. Still Kieran Dowell with the footwork. Can't get it away from him. Oh, still Dowell. He'll hit this one. Probably tried a bit much there. Roster, lovely ball out to Becker. Spots him with loads of space. Ball into Loftus-Cheek with the header. Ruby. Goals. D. Score them. On that dodgy haircut. It's a little bit of a dodgy haircut, isn't it? But still, great goal there from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. What a way to start his dramatic improvement. It's a great header. Dowell was just trying to wriggle his way through. This is expansive play from Roster. Spots the man out there, Xavi-like. And then it's a great ball in from Becker, who's not been the best provider of goals. It's not really what we signed him for, but that's a good ball in. And Loftus-Cheek with the glanced header past Szczesny. Oh, Marty. Good ball though. Edin Dzeko will turn back inside. Magnusson comes across. Great challenge from him. And it's a good ball down the line into Simeone. Under pressure from Rudiger. Turns him and slips it through into Kieran Dow. Great ball. Dow will look to run away from his men here. Oh, still got it. Slips it into Nigel Robertha. Low cross inside. It's Simeone. Great save by Szczesny. More great running there from Kieran Dow. It just looks untackleable at the moment. Look at that. Finds the space. Couldn't work it into a shooting position. Does find Robertha. He puts a good low ball in. And it's a great save with the feet from Wojciech Szczesny to prevent Simeone getting his second. Bristol City all pressure here. Trying to rack up a cricket score. Will it fall to Angelino here for the volley back in? No, it won't. Edin Dzeko puts him under pressure well. So looking to save some legs early on in this game. Seems we pretty much have it all won. It's a full-back swap a la Mauricio Pochettino at Tottenham. We've got the... we can do that nowadays. We've got the manpower to do it. So they put in a lot of miles, our full-backs, so we'll give them a break. And here is Tyrone Mings, the substitute. His first attempt of the game would be to find Rusnak. Now Simeone back inside to Albert Rusnak. Oh, he steps away. Rusnak with the curl. Oh, you've got to be finishing that, Albert. He's been in great form. As we said, the Slovakian Santi Cazorla. And it's great passing here from Bristol City. And after stepping back onto his right foot, he's got to finish there. He's not a bad finisher as well, stats-wise, so that's disappointing. Could have had his first goal. Could have opened his Bristol City account. Oh, Rossiter spots Mings in loads of space. This left-hand side absolutely acres for Tyrone Mings, and he looks to push it down the line into Simeone. Oh, he gets there. Muscles Florenzi out the way. Now Simeone with the curler. Oh, I think Szczesny knew what was coming there. Good header from Adarabioyo. Oof, Rossi straight through Robertha, and he looks really, really hurt. That is not what we want to see from our star striker. De Rossi, you dirty old bastard. Please don't be hurt. Please don't be hurt. Oof, De Rossi steps away from him. Oh, Marty's won it back. And now we've got a real chance here. Tammy Abraham, the substitute. It's 2v2 now. As Abraham runs it through the centre. He's given a lot of space. Steps in. He's seen the run of Rusnak into the centre. It's got to be Albert Oh, you are kidding me. That is day one of goal scoring school. You're all alone, Albert. So much space. Great work from Tammy. Saw the overlapping run. He was there ahead of Nainggolan. Shaped to curl it past Szczesny. And he's curled it wide. That's two big chances for Rusnak. Clearly not a clinical goal scorer. But I do still like him. Roster jumps with Dzeko. Good ball into the box. Adarabioyo will be there to clear. Simeone, great ball back to Rusnak. He can find Tyrone Mings. We're getting so much space here. If we don't get a third, we are doing something wrong. Tyrone Mings into the box. Mings will hit it now. It's a good effort. Tyrone Mings opens his Bristol City account. That's definitely his first goal. He didn't have any options. No one was making the run. Everyone was standing off him. It was almost an insult to Tyrone Mings as a player. The Roma defenders were like, nah, fuck it, just leave him. He's not going to do it. Yes, he'll be fine. Mark Simeone, and then BAM! Oh, he unleashes Tyrone Mings. Hits it through, was it, Szczesny? Look at this, so much. But we've had absolutely acres of space out here on the left-hand side. Tyrone Mings taking advantage. He's having a look, Alright, fine, I'll just bang it. As Tim Sherwood would say, smash the granny out of that one. Now KD, bring it forward, chips it into Loftus-Cheek. One-on-one with the keeper, Loftus-Cheek, and it's another for Ruben. Ruby, you are so bloody great. Did you know? And I think I'm in love with you. That's probably too much. Probably too much, lads. Anyway, Ruben, wow. Great goal. We are really enjoying ourselves now. This was all about confidence, this game. We know we had Roma where we wanted them. Dow with a lovely scoop ball. It's the two blue players today, both of them on upward form arrows. There's a lot of players were, Simeone as well. But Loftus-Cheek, well, he started his dramatic improvement today. And the midfielder scored two great goals to start it off. That's the sort of finishing that you need to be teaching Albert Rusnak, Ruby. What a win that was for Bristol City. 4-1 here at home. The Bristol City fans will be absolutely loving it. They're not used to Champions League football. Of course they're not. That's an understatement. But wow, what a start this is for Bristol City. 7 goals against Roma across 2 legs. And good goals as well. Loftus-Cheek, he's got to be man of the match. 2 goals and an assist, and he was getting all over the pitch. His dramatic improvement has started with a bang. And yes, he does, man of the match. Robertha only got 5.5 today. Did he not score? That's rare. I mean, it was Simeone who scored the other one. Everyone else played pretty well. Adarabioyo with only a 5, but he did make some mistakes. Maybe that's why we don't play him. Maybe it's the on-the-ball stuff that's the problem, not the off-the-ball. I think he's got the physical attributes. Maybe not much else. And Tyrone Mings with the goal. I mean, that's something to celebrate. I know there's some Tyrone Mings fans amongst you commenters. So let me know how pleased you are with that goal. I definitely am. It's good to see everyone score. I'm pretty sure Becker's not scored. Don't know if either of the centre-backs have, because we generally don't bring them up for corners. Maybe we'll have to start sharing some goals around. So sailing through the first knockout round, absolutely no problem at all. Who will we get in the quarter-finals? That is the question. Yep, there it is, confirmed. Loftus-Cheek is dramatically improving. That's great. It's a shame that we're not going to play any more with him than this season. And he's mastered track back as well. What a man. What a player. Quarterfinals. What are we going to get? Something kind of be good. But I feel like in this form we can beat anyone. And we're going to have to beat Ajax. Okay, Ajax. Yeah, I'll take that. Out of all the teams, other than Zenit, that's probably the best draw. So, yeah, it's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Not a problem for Ian Holloway's Bristol, who are high flyers at the moment. Okay, 2 more days and it's away at Middlesbrough. It's a long trip up north for Bristol City. But as I said, we want to keep this momentum going. Let's make it 6 wins in a row, 5 wins in a row, whatever it is. Let's keep this going. So let's have a little peek at the team, shall we? Obviously, we know that Robertha, Loftus-Cheek... Oh my God, is that Jordan Rossiter on one as well? No! We're going Super Saiyan. The whole squad is going through the roof. I mean, that's unprecedented. 3 at 1. I've never seen it. I've never, ever seen it. We'll give Tammy Abraham a run out today with Simeone on a sideways arrow. He's a little bit tired as well. Other than that, I think we keep it as it is. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at all the blues we're getting. We're flying. Absolutely flying. Doesn't matter who we're playing at the moment, but it's going to be Middlesbrough anyway. Not in that kit. It's not. Not in that kit. In that kit. Better. Let's go. So here we are. I know we talked about slipping up on these runs, and I feel like Middlesbrough away. Maybe I shouldn't be so cocky. This could be tricky. The good thing that we do have is everyone is going mental. Look at that. Jordan Rossiter. I think he had a dramatic improvement, didn't he? I think that's what elevated him from like a basic central midfielder into the albino N'Golo Kante, but with the passing ability of a young Xavi. He's turned into quite a player. Not the best haircut, sure, but in terms of football, he's world class now, I would say. And another dramatic improvement. With him and Loftus-Cheek at the same time, our midfield is going to be unbeatable. It is unbeatable. Negredo, great turn. The ball will find Adama Traore. Ledbetter into the box. Gomez tracking him. Good work from Gomez, and that's out for a corner. No, it's not. Even better work. Managed to win the goal kick. Rossiter. Oh, couldn't quite win it back off Adama Traore. And now the beast, Alvaro Negredo. Oh, it's a good ball into the box to Traore. Dow will have time to take this one down. And then dribble away from Negredo, just about. Don't want to be taking those risks if you can help it. Oh, that's not what we planned there. We've won it back. Nice ball into Rossiter. He will slip it into Tammy Abraham. He's got Rocco with him. Oh, great turn with Tammy Abraham spins. Shoots. It's deflected. Out for the first corner of the game. Great footwork there from the big man. He was in line to be top goal scorer of the season. He was up there for the golden boot. That's great work inside. It took a good block to prevent the shot. But he was up there for golden boot. So he'll be looking to score now, given his first start in a while. Down with the outswinger. Robertha jumps for it. The header just over. Slips the ball into Nigel Robertha. He turns and then sees the run of Kieran Dowell. Steps inside. KD with the curling effort. It's well saved. Abraham on the rebound. Can only put it into the side netting. Yeah, he's out of practice at the moment. I think Abraham maybe on top form would have slotted that away, but it was a difficult chance on his weaker foot from a tight angle. Steps into Nigel Robertha. Turns away from Friend. Steps down the line looking for Beku. Get there ahead of Rafinha. He's got 2 to aim for in the box. Abraham will be up for this one. Patricio, not the most convincing. Tried to header that ball back across the box, and Rafinha forced to clear wildly to touch. Bristol City putting the pressure on here. Oh, nice play from Gomez. Now Robertha down the line into Tammy Abraham. He's had to take it wide here. Gonna have to hold this one up, looking for options. Rocco with the foul, surely. Loftus-Cheek into Dowell. Steps away. Rossiter really trying to force this one now as this first half nearly over. Looking for the right option. Angelino back to Rossiter. Steps away. Ball inside to Dowell. He won't get there, and that'll be half-time here at the Riverside. And, well, we've been sort of trying to force it a little bit. We've only had 1 shot on target. Any more than a sort of 10-15 minutes in the second half without a goal, it's going to start getting a bit concerning. Oh, steps into trouble. Oh, Robertha's won it back. Nigel Robertha now. Can he finish it? No, but Abraham will. Thank God for that. It's sloppy. Sloppy from Middlesbrough, and not exactly the greatest finishing there from Nigel Robertha. Especially not in the form he is, but it's the goal that we needed. Robertha just exploded onto him there. That pace. Good save by Patricio. Fell back to Abraham, and he'll get a goal. How many of them have we seen from Tammy Abraham? He's always in the right place at the right time. As I've always said, not a good goal scorer. No, sorry, he is a good goal scorer, but not a scorer of good goals very often. So a quick run out there for Simeone, on for the tired Dowell at attacking midfield, and then Tyrone Mings, goal scorer extraordinaire, will get a run out as well for this last 15 minutes. Can we get the goal to settle the crowd, settle the travelling fans? Robertha turns friend. Oh, big tackle on him again. He's getting some serious attention, and now he looks really hurt. That was the same leg. They've clearly decided to target the young wonder kid, the starlet of the league at the moment, and that looked to be a bad one. They're motioning for the stretcher. He got the ball. I mean, it's unlucky, really. I don't think there was any malice in that. Marty will spread it to Mings. Still to Abraham. Good first touch there. Oh, he gets away from it in the end. Oh, it's still Tammy. Oh, and then he's side down. Middlesbrough really playing a very, very dirty game today. And now Dolberg. Push it down the line for Abraham. He's going to run this to the corner. Will he have the pace to get there ahead of Mocker? He does. And now into the box. Abraham. Oh, we've seen him score in those sort of tight angles there. He's not just a brute. He is quick. He is tricky. Couldn't quite get to that one. Giovanni Simeone will whip this one in. Oh, it's a great ball. Rossiter's there. To Shearer. Under pressure from Amati. Does well, though, to fend him off. Keep this one moving. But Mings does well. Tracking back. Cuts out the danger. And now Gomez can just calmly put this out to the right wing. And we'll see this game out. That is Champions form. Playing badly, but still winning. A difficult away game. We knew it was going to be a difficult away game. But we showed real character. We took the chance when it came. Look, I mean, it was dominant. Of course it was. But Middlesbrough really didn't look like folding. But in the end, Tammy Abraham was there for one of his trademark poking the rebound type goals, which we love. Obviously we do. So another win, and we keep this momentum going, which is lovely. And Manchester United lost to Southampton. That's great. And there we are, a 4-point lead. That's the biggest lead we've had in a long time. We're starting to show a bit of consistency now. Lot of wins in a row. This is what you need to do to pull away at this sort of end of the season. And Loftus-Cheek, dramatic improvement. And Jordan Rossiter, dramatic improvement. And Nigel Robertha's done. But that's fine. We got a lot out of that, I'm sure. Big game in the next episode as well. We're back at Arsenal. Well, Arsenal are back to us. And it's, yeah. Oh, and Robertha's out till May. Oh, I sort of knew that was going to happen. That's a blow. That's a big blow. That's 2 months out. He just got such a fucking kicking. Middlesbrough are just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They kicked him about the pitch and it's 8 weeks out for Nigel Robertha. Well, Tammy, you needed a chance and it's going to have to be now. You're going to have to show what you can do. He didn't look so great in the last couple of games. Obviously, he got the goal. Actually, that's Robertha out for the rest of the season, isn't it? Oh, I can't believe it. He might be back just in time for the Champions League final. Right at the end of the season. That's cruel. We're on cloud 9. We're playing so well. All these dramatic improvements stacking up. I thought maybe Robertha's had just ended. Actually, it must have ended because they do still keep going. Despite injuries. But that's really tough. Well, it's a small road bump. But it's one that I think we can overcome. I think we can. We've still got Dolberg as an option. And then we've got Abraham. Dowell can play up there as well. Rusnak's looked good as a fill-in for Dowell. So if we need to play Dowell as a striker. He's a 74 rated striker. Probably as a second striker is even better. So we can always do that. There are options. But that is a real blow. What a sad way to finish the episode. But we are still top of the league. And we've got Arsenal in the FA Cup. And then who else have we got? Arsenal, Ajax quarter-final, and then Liverpool in the league. Then we've got Ajax, West Ham, United. That's the big game. 25th of April. Potential title decider. And then we've got games stacking up. Semi-finals. FA Cup final, hopefully we'll be there. Tottenham in the last game of the season. And then the Champions League final. We're going to be pushing it right to the end. Just before PES 18 comes out. But yeah, good week. Good episode in terms of goals. But to see Robertha injured at the end, that's a bit of a sour taste. But yeah, top of the league, that's good. Champions League, we're through. Come on then, Bristol. We've got this. I'll see you in a bit.